live here at the AVALA pregame show in the booth with Dr. Barry Strickland, and I'm Mike Arnold with Wolfpack Broadcast Network. Welcome to a beautiful Friday evening in Covington, Louisiana at Hunter Stadium. What's up, Barry?
Oh man, not much. This is some good weather we got. It's been a little cold front come through this week. Got the fall in the air, and makes you want to play some football.
Yep, and we got the visiting team, Destrehan Wildcats, coming into Hunter Stadium today. This is our AVALA pregame show, so we're going to go through a few starters for both teams. We also got St. Tammany Parish President Mike Cooper will be in the booth in about 15 minutes. Tell us about his experience at St. Paul's and what it means to the community and some of the stuff going on in St. Tammany Parish. So, first of all, we want to thank our sponsor for the pregame show. That's AVALA pregame show. They're also our scoreboard sponsor. And with that said, we're going to cut to a word from our sponsor. And we'll be right back at Hunter Stadium with the AVALA pregame show.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a three-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else? You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
We're back here at Hunter Stadium in the AVALA pregame show. Mike Arnold with WPBN, Wolfpack Broadcast Network, along with Barry Strickland. So, Barry, we're getting ready tonight. We got Destrehan coming into Hunter Stadium to play the Wolves tonight at St. Paul's. And talking to all the coaches this week at practice, talking to Coach Sears and Kenny and Coach Stanton and Mick, they had one player in their mind.
Oh, yeah.
Number 99 for Destrehan, big nose tackle. So,
Yeah, this guy's already committed. He's already committed. So I think to Northwestern. Yep, and so he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, is what it sounds like. Coach Stant was really quick to say, it's not going to take long to see him, see what he's going to do on the field. So you're not going to have to wait a long time. So, but meeting with the coaches this week with Coach Sears, we got to hear about the team and what what they're going to bring to the field tonight. And it looks like the offense may be a little bit young. I think they had to replace a few offensive line last year.
Yeah, they did. So we'll see tonight what they can do in the trenches and see how those young guys step up.
All right. Well, the defense, I think they're going to run a straight 50, and they're pretty solid. I think that's going to be the strength of their team right now. I think they've got a lot of experience over there.
With that 99, talking to Kenny and his offensive approach, he was just going to try to wear out that big nose guard, try to let him be less involved as possible and work around the ends.
Yeah. So kind of spread everything out, get him working side to side, and wear him down hopefully a little bit. But I was thinking about that, Mike. I don't guess I was ever that player that they were trying to work from side to side. But you get that adrenaline going. It's hard to. I feel like I could just take on the world the whole game when I was playing. So, but I hope that we're able to kind of wear him down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. And it was very surprising. We asked all four coaches separately, and they all just said one player. So, on the Wolf side for St. Paul's on our offense, great passing game with Bilson going to Reyna. Hopefully we see that again tonight.
Yep.
And a lot of completions against the John Curtis scrimmage the other night. Bilson looked real good. I believe he was 9 for 12 for about 160 yards.
That's not.
Reyna had almost 100 yards completions. We saw Piazza in the backfield. We saw Salvaggio. Some of those guys. And then Sears and our linebacking crew and the pressure that Coach Mick's going to put on the offense tonight from St. Paul's defense. Ready to see that in action.
Yep. So I mean, we're pretty young at running back position, and so I think he named about 3 players that he was solid on, and a few that were going to be getting to see some action tonight and kind of pick up the slack a little bit. But Coach Sears was big on getting in the trenches, doubling up 99. He knows he's going to have to go into the middle eventually. He spoke of that, and he's going to just try to wear out the side to side plays and the deep ball, getting the pass out there and getting some double teams on 99. But I think 99 is just going to be the man of the show tonight on that defense. So.
Yeah, I'm looking for him down there. They're putting on their pads, so it's kind of hard to tell who's who right now. But I'm sure he'll stick out. I see him right now. He's available.
Yeah.
So, and he's not heavy.
I got to reach up here and see. Oh yeah.
So with that, we're gonna. Got anything else from the coaches or anything else there? Anybody else we need to look for? I know we talked about Destrehan. We talked a little bit about the St. Paul's offense and St. Paul's defense.
Well, after we talked to Coach Nunez, and Coach Nunez was he talked about what he's wanting to run that 4-3 and maybe switch over to the 3-4, but he's kind of holding on to that a little bit longer. He wants to hold on to it a little bit longer, but his big thing was he's got some good players over there, and when we talked to him about who to watch, he mentioned those three players, but his big thing was we got to play as a unit. We got to work together, and because this team does run the ball, they've got a big running back. Coach Nunez talked about the running back. He's gigantic, quoting Coach Nunez there. So we're really going to have to play as a unit and, do some pack tackling.
Yeah. Well, and Mick's going to put on pressure. He's going to go to those guys and likes to do the stunts with the linebackers.
Yeah. It works good for him too,
So with that said, we're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be right back. And me and Barry will break down a few more things, and then we'll go with St. Tammany Parish President, Mr. Mike Cooper. So thank you for joining us at the AVALA pregame show. And with that, we'll get a word from AVALA.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a three-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else? You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
And we're back, guys, the AVALA pregame show here at Hunter Stadium. Mike Arnold and Barry Strickland in the booth. Have Mike Cooper, Parish President, in just a moment. We got Chip South, working producer, on the phone. Got a little feedback, it sounds like. Trying to work on some microphone issues right now. We're going to get it fixed here before the game gets started, and I know people are saying they can hear Barry pretty good.
They can barely hear me, but, people probably would pick to hear Barry over me.
Oh, yes, completely.
Maybe my wife got a hold of the controls, and she muffled me for everybody else to hear. So, but, yeah, we're trying to fix that right now. So if you can hear us out there, it looks like you can. I'm looking at the numbers. It's peaking a little bit, but we are still adjusting that. Barry, going back to the St. Paul's offense, Bilson, Junior quarterback, number 2. See a lot of him tonight. I expect us to throw the ball probably 25, at least 30 times, you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Sears was impressed with what he saw, and what were the stats again on his
I think
receptions?
It was 9 for 12.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and they had 2 called back for one a holding call that we did not see, and another one legal receiver downfield on that screen pass. But they ended up going long for 50 yards.
Right.
So, I mean, realistically, if we don't count those, we're 11 for 12 for 200 yards, and I don't think you're going to get anything from that. We actually got Bilson's dad right here.
Of course.
Lyman?
Porsche is in the car, not in the
Okay. All right, yep. Bilson's dad's actually giving us an update on a Porsche, one of the players' last name. With that said, we're going to take one more commercial break. We're going to come right back with Mr. Mike Cooper, and we'll see you in about a minute and a half.
All right.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a 3-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else? You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Actually, flip it around.
There we go.
All right, one second. You want me to wear a mask?
No, we can take it off.
Okay, cool. And we're back here in the booth at Hunter Stadium. Mike Arnold, along with St. Tammany Parish President, Mr. Mike Cooper. How you doing, Mr. Mike?
I'm doing great.
You can right here. Camera's right in front. There you go. There we go. So, Mike, wanted to bring you in the booth. It's our first official home game, or first official live stream for Wolfpack Broadcast Network at St. Paul's. With all the COVID restrictions out there, we had limited capacity. Wanted to bring the game out on the TV for all the guys at home to watch, and thank you for joining us.
Well, I am glad to be here in beautiful St. Paul Stadium here in downtown Covington. What a beautiful night for football to kick off high school football here in St. Tammany Parish.
Yep. Well, tell us about your experience, Mike. I know you were you're an alumni of St. Paul's. I don't know what year, and I'm not going to ask you. If you want to share that, you can.
Well, I will.
Right.
I'm a proud graduate of St. Paul School. I've been carrying blue and gold on my sleeves since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I grew up in this neighborhood, and I was able to walk to school. I wore shoes. It wasn't back in the old days when we came to school barefooted, but what a wonderful school it is. I've been in touch with those I graduated with on a regular basis. Many still live here in the Covington, St. Tammany Parish area. A great school. I have a nephew here right now, a nephew that graduated last year. Just a great school, and I can't say enough about what a great opportunity it is for young men to come and get a great education and participate in sports and other extracurricular activities.
And I know they do a ton of volunteer work in the community. I mean, what are some of the things that St. Paul's means to the community that you can tell us about that you've been involved with?
man, I can tell you from sharing with the North Shore Food Bank, volunteering for so many great causes, a bunch of great young men that, with a heart to help our community and those that are in need.
Yep. Well, Mike, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your prediction tonight, St. Paul's and Destrehan?
Wow. Look, I can remember back when I was here in the 70s.
Yeah.
I graduated in 71, so I can proudly say that next year will be my 50th year and reunion.
Awesome.
This year, today, is like the start of my senior year 50 years ago.
Yep.
And during that time, we played Destrehan in all of the schools in South Lafourche and areas like that,
Yep.
and we just got beat up. I mean, we were a smaller school then, playing the bigger schools, but I see a good matchup here tonight, and I'm certainly pulling for our Wolves. I'm looking out in the field here and seeing them practicing on a beautiful field on a beautiful night. So let's go Wolves.
Yep. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate you joining us in the booth. And once again, everybody, St. Tammany Parish President, Mr. Mike Cooper, if there's anything else you want to add, just let us know.
Thank you. I just want to say thanks for this opportunity. The school has been great for me and my family and for Covington and for St. Tammany Parish and beyond. So let's go Wolves and have a great night.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike. And we're going to go back to a sponsor right now, AVALA. AVALA is our official pregame sponsor. Thank you to Mike Cooper, St. Tammany Parish President, for being in the booth, and we'll be right back.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Built a brand new house in it. 13.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a three-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else? You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
Show me where the parking lot is.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a three-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else?
Any other way I can help you guys?
You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
I have lunch with Bud regularly. He and I grew up together.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax.
You got the right guy here. All right.
Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Are you missing out on life because of knee or hip pain? At AVALA, we personalize your hip or knee replacement. A CT scan is used to create a three-dimensional model of your joint. For your custom joint surgery, why would you go anywhere else? You have a choice. Choose AVALA.
Okay. See here.
Or you don't
I
even?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't write that.
And welcome back, guys. We're at the AVALA pregame show. Want to thank St. Tammany Parish President Mike Cooper for joining us in the booth. Really appreciate him coming up here tonight. Telling us what it meant for him to go to St. Paul's and be an alumni of St. Paul's, and just he was mayor of Covington for a while, and now he's the St. Tammany Parish President. So it's great to have him living around the corner, neighbor of mine by a couple blocks, and glad it's been a while since I saw him, so I'm glad to have him in the booth. Me and Barry are back here. Barry Strickland, Mike Arnold, WPBN, Wolfpack Broadcast Network. We got the coaches down at the 50-yard line. Looks like they're getting some of the new COVID restrictions for the game. Looks like they need police officers out there, too, with them.
They have the face mask 1 and face mask 2 penalty now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
So we do have some other cameras up. We're kind of toggle 50-yard line camera, obviously, that we had last time. We got Lenny Russell working that camera, and he'll zoom in a little bit for us every once in a while. We also have an end zone camera we put in the north end zone. Kind of got a little glare right now. The sun will be setting. We still got 35, 40 minutes from kickoff, so we'll be good there. And so, Barry, you got any other information you want to share about any of the starters or anything right now for the AVALA pregame show?
Right now, man, it's I'm ready to see some football tonight.
All right.
To get these this Wolfpack going.
Yep. So we got Destrehan warming up over in the north end zone. Next home game, we will have a south end zone camera. We had a little snafu this morning with some of the equipment, so we're only 50-yard line and north end zone tonight. We will have replays. Chip's going to learn how to do that in the next commercial break. So it's not hard, Chip. We'll walk you through it, buddy. Chip South is our producer. I want to thank Chip. Working hard. He's been here all day working, helping us get this thing going. Got Christian Russell over here on the 1s and 2s, keeping the stats for us. Brought a bigger notebook this week, Barry.
Yes. We can read it now.
Yeah, we can read it. Christian brought a pocket notebook last time.
I brought my glasses.
Yeah, so. And we needed to get that a little bit bigger. We got Lenny Russell up there working the camera. He's working hard right now, zooming in, taking some different shots. So thank Lenny Russell working the camera. He's with United Builders, one of our sponsors. So Barry, let's just kind of talk about some of the other matchups around the area that we got going this Friday night. So Bogalusa and Franklinton, we hadn't got to see, these teams that much. I mean, we're going to kind of go through and tell you who we think might take that matchup, and based purely on guessing, right?
All right. It's all
it's going to be like
now.
Picking horses in a race.
You're right. Here we go.
So, I talked to my buddy Troy Coakley the other night. Covington went over, and they played Franklinton, and from what I heard from Troy, I'm going to go with Bogalusa.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I'm going to put Troy on the spot there.
Just trying to
I got some inside information.
Make sure about Franklinton and Bogalusa are friends.
Yeah, well, look. Hey, it's going to be close. It's going to be triple overtime. The referees are going to blow a call and somebody's
like an
going to
A&M
win.
LSU game or something.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Get your money's worth there. But so you're gonna go Bogalusa?
I'm gonna go Bogalusa.
All right. Well,
and my buddy Chris Miller's from Bogalusa. Nancy and Chris Miller. Oh. You got to go with the Millers on Bogalusa.
Let's go Bogalusa.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go Bogalusa
okay.
too.
So both of us picking Bogalusa. Chip, what you think? Chip's going with Franklinton.
Athletes.
So he said athletes. All right. So next matchup, Hannon versus Mandeville.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Hannon. I've got there's a stud over there running that defense.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That's Wyatt Coffey.
He's the coach,
no? He's the middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker.
Yep. So he is. I watched this kid grow up.
Yep.
And he is one. He puts a lot of time in the off season. Him and his dad work out a lot, and good friends with both of them. He's an upstanding young man. Just solid as they come, and just for that, I mean, I've got to go with Hannon.
So Barry's going with Hannon. I'm
And all my Mandeville friends, I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna say Mandeville, Barry. I'm gonna mix it up with you here. Chip, what you think?
Definitely Mandeville.
Chip's saying definitely Mandeville. So Chip South, definitely Mandeville.
And I'm a Hannon graduate.
And he's a Hannon graduate too, from Chalmette. And that's tough for Chip to make that choice. You can see him over there. He didn't want to say it, but next up, Ponchatoula.
Maybe I should go with like Mandeville and hope that Wyatt has a really good game too.
Yeah. Well, Barry's got Hannon, Chip and Mike's got Mandeville. Ponchatoula and Brother Martin. I'm going with Brother Martin. I think that's no offense to Ponchatoula. I think that's an easy pick.
I think they're going to be on the
Chip's nodding his head. I think I saw him in the top 10 list on the Max Prep yesterday when I was looking at that. De La Salle came in at 19. But yeah, Brother Martin, we all agree, Brother Martin. Next up, Dutchtown coming all the way over from Prairieville, Gonzales area. The what's their mascot? It's a some kind of like mythical bird lion thing.
What?
Chip, look that up. Dutchtown's mascot. Dutchtown High School.
Like something that doesn't exist?
Griffins, that's what it is. The Griffins.
Oh.
They're the Griffins. Yeah.
Something out of the Hobbit?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong man. So Dutchtown and Covington, as much as man, we got a bunch of boys we coached on that Covington team.
I'm gonna go with Covington.
Yeah.
I really don't know any of the seniors, but from the juniors down, I've got a dog in that fight.
Yeah,
to say in every grade level after that. I got some really good kids on that team.
Yeah. Well, Barry, as a professional broadcaster and picking based on who I think is going to win this game, I'm going to pull for Covington, but I just think Dutchtown's too big of a school, too much depth.
Even though you've put so much time.
I put time and effort in with some of those kids that will be starting tonight as freshmen for Covington High School. Jamonte starting nose guard. You're gonna hear about him like this 99 we've been talking about all night. But I'm gonna just go with Dutchtown because of depth and size. I'm going with Dutchtown, but I'm gonna pull for Covington, and I hope I'm wrong. But I'm going with Dutchtown. Chip, what you think? Chip says Dutchtown too. Holy Cross and Chalmette. Chip's from Chalmette, so we know what he's gonna pick. I'm gonna go with Holy Cross. So don't really know much about either school as far as football goes. I know they got an amazing baseball coach with Andy Canizero over there at Holy Cross, so I'm just going to pick Holy Cross. And if Andy and Pierce and his family are out there watching, shout out to Pierce. He's a little
Andy was from went to school here, right?
Yeah, Andy went to St. Paul's.
So he went to St. Paul's too.
Yep. So what do you got? Holy Cross or
I'm
Chalmette?
going to go with Holy Cross.
Chip, what you got? Dang, you're going to sell out your hometown. Oh, wait, what? Chip's gone to every school we've named here. How many years were you in school, Chip? So we're all going
in school. What you talking about?
Holy Cross across the board. Next up on the AVALA pregame show, our next pick's going to be Pearl River and Pine. So,
whoa.
I'm going to just.
Pine has a.
Yeah. Once again, I know the only thing I know about Pearl River is their baseball coach Cameron Lewis, who makes an amazing salsa. We talked about that 2 games ago. Homemade salsa.
He's giving me a few pointers in this whole thing. Yep.
And the toss up on this is going to be is the fact that John Michael McQueen lives in Pearl River.
Oh dear.
So I got to go with Cindy and John Michael. I mean, if John Michael's over there, we got to go with Pearl River.
Grandpa,
it's another kid we've coached coming up. So we're going to go with Pearl River. What you got, Chip?
I'm thinking of some Pine.
Hey, Chip's going with Pine.
And we're talking about Pine, right?
Yeah,
we're talking about
like the wood.
Between Franklinton and Bogalusa.
That Pine.
They have a.
They don't even know which Pine they're talking about.
I didn't realize they had a high school.
All right.
There.
Well, Chip says Pine.
Sorry,
we
guys.
say Pearl River.
I got a lot of people I know from Pine.
All right. Next, last game we got in the area: Lake Shore versus North Shore.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the guys over on 1088 with Lakeshore High School.
Yeah, they've been last couple of years. They've been pretty dang strong, haven't they?
Yep. Got a few kids we coached over there too. You got little Nathan Miller. He's a freshman. And guys, we talk about these freshmen. That's the age of kids we started coaching as they're coming up all the 2024. So we know more stuff about them, and as, when they get older, we'll be experts.
Hope they do well, and they'll remember me and you, as their coaches, and so they'll give us a shout out from the draft stage or something. I want to thank,
So
Mike Arnold.
So Lakeshore High School, I'm gonna go ahead and pick them. Barry's got Lakeshore also. Yeah. Chip's going with Lakeshore also. He's nodding his head. So just to give a rundown again. Mike and Barry are going with Bogalusa, and Chip's going with Franklinton. Mike and Barry are going – nope. Mike and Chip are going with Mandeville. Barry's going with Hannon.
Yep.
We're all going with Brother Martin against Ponchatoula. Me and Chip are going with Dutchtown, and Barry's got Covington. I hope Covington wins, but I'm a professional broadcaster. I got to pick the right
professional, baby.
We're
working on it.
All 4 hours of it. Holy Cross, we all picked Holy Cross over Chip's hometown of Chalmette. Me and Barry picked Pearl River because of the McQueen family, and head baseball coach Cameron Lewis and his homemade salsa. Little Charlie, he's got a little boy named Charlie right now. And Chip picked Pine. So, and then we all picked Lake Shore over there off of 1088 to beat up on North Shore High School in football. So we're going to take another little break here with a word from our sponsor, AVALA, and we'll be back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to kind of wrap up the AVALA pregame show, and we thank y'all for watching.
At AVALA Imaging, let us reduce the stress of healthcare. Relax. Cutting-edge technology meets first-class service. You have a choice. Tell your doctor you choose AVALA Imaging.
Where's it at? Is it down there? Go ahead and put your heads down. We'll swap sides. You're just going to be on camera. And we're back with the AVALA pregame show. Also forgot to mention it is senior night here at St. Paul's. So we're going to have announce some of the seniors here in just a minute. We got Chip South walking down to the field. He's going to also do a short interview with Coach Sears in just a minute. And glad to have y'all back at the AVALA pregame show with Barry Strickland and Mike Arnold in the booth. And
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yep.
Guys, if you're on Facebook, give us a shout out there and like us and share it.
Yep.
We want to get this to everybody we can, and an opportunity for moms and dads and uncles and aunts.
Yep.
Grandfathers, grandmothers to come out and not come out and be able to see and be safe from the COVID, and let them know about this stuff and let them know about this live air, and we will do our best over the next. I think we have 4 more home games.
Yep.
And that we're going to be able to be broadcasting, and so.
Yep. Looking for Chip. He's out there hunting down Coach Sears for a little pregame chat. I'm trying to find him.
I'll tell you what, this team looks ready.
On behalf of head coach Kenny Sears, welcome to senior night. At this time, we would like to
senior night.
This year's senior class and their families. Please direct your attention to the field for class introduction. Tanner McGee, number 3, plays wide receiver. Played football for 4 years. Presented by his parents, Chris and Jessica McGee.
That's Tanner McGee, number 3.
Garrett Lauderback.
Number 12, we got Jarek Lauderback, our tight end, senior. It's Garrett Lauderback.
Cole Piazza, number 17.
Number 17, Cole Piazza.
Presented by his parents, Sean Piazza, Tammy Piazza Villarubia.
All right.
Justin Bayham, number 24.
Next up, we got Justin Bayham, number 24.
For 4 years. 2019 first team all district. Presented by his parents, Jason and Jennifer Bayham. Mitchell Smith, number 26.
We got number 26, Mitchell Smith. He's out this week. He'll be back next week. Barry, it'd be glad to have him back as a running back.
Yes.
So
like we said earlier, that we're young, and he would give us some experience back there. Need him back.
Yep. No, I agree. So next up, we had number 27, Lorenzo Freeman.
Preston Calvert, number 28.
We got number 28, Preston Calvert. He's a defensive back senior.
By his parents, Tom and Dawn.
This is a big senior class.
It is.
Red Parker, number 31.
Yep.
Linebacker.
Now we got number 31, Rhett Barker.
Glad to see him.
Yep.
He got hurt his junior year. I mean, I think it was in the first or second game, and I'm glad to see him back out there. He had a knee injury.
Yep.
I know he's glad to be back.
Yeah, I bet he is. We got number 41 up next. That's Tyler Nicolini. Number 43, Stephen DeTolo. He's a senior, linebacker. Next up, we got number 48, Owen Vincents. Number 49, Robert Calmback, senior defensive back.
Got Henry Gray. He is a offensive line. Yes.
Class of 1979. Cade Leno, number 58.
Got Cade Leno,
This is Cade's first year playing football.
number 58.
Yeah.
And Stacy Leno. Philip Garcia, number 61.
Philip Garcia.
Yep. Number 61.
Philip and Stacy Garcia. Jake Erker, number 63.
Got Jake Erker, number 63. He is a defensive line.
3-year letterman.
Brother of Stephen Erker, class of 2010. Max Dufour, number 64.
Got Max Dufour. He was on the O-line.
By his mother, Rochelle Dufour. Dylan Porsche, number 66.
Dylan Porsche.
Number 66. Yep.
Presented by his parents, Ernie and Ara Porsche. Brother of Trey Porsche, class of 2019. Nicholas Vining, number 68. Offensive line.
Nicholas Vining.
Yep.
For 4 years.
Number 68.
1917 All-District.
That's our Powder Dat sponsor, and HSI Energy, the Vining family.
Okay.
Class of 2017. Gavin Clayton, number 72. Defensive line. Played football for 4 years.
Gavin Clayton,
Our
number
big
72.
defensive tackle.
Yeah, he is a big boy.
Jacob
Pretty
Rose,
good.
number 81. Defensive line. Played football for 4 years.
Defensive line, 81.
4-year
Jacob
letterman.
Frolic.
All-District. Presented by his parents, Paul and Randy Froelich.
He's a player to watch.
Yep.
Joshua Savage, number 83.
Joshua Savity, 83.
Number 83.
Spencer Slayton, number 88. Defensive line.
88,
Spencer-
defensive
Spencer's
line.
first year playing football.
Spencer
Presented by his
Slayton.
parents, Steve and Robbie Slayton. Brother of Stephen Slayton, class of 2017. Evan Cochran, number 89. Tight end. Played football for 4 years.
Evan Cochran, number 89.
As soon as they get done, they go to the show.
He's a tight end.
Cameron Ockman, number 93. Tight
Number
end.
93, tight end.
Yep.
Cameron Ockman. Got 98.
Yep.
Grady Talley,
Our kicker.
and a kicker.
Yep. And Matthew Boudreau.
He's one of our trainers.
Yep.
Also one of our managers here.
So that's our senior class, and hello. So now we got we got Chip now down on the field. We're gonna go over to him and Coach Sears. And we got
Mike, y'all ready? Lenny, you got me?
Yep. So
all right,
we're
Coach
going to cut over
coming
to
in
Coach
tonight
Sears.
against Destrehan. Can you kind of tell us game plan is going into and what you look like tonight?
Obviously, the state finalists, heck of a football team. A lot of return starters back on defense. For us, I think the key is control the ball, move the chains like we did, try to improve upon our performance last week. If we move the chains and play good defense tonight, we'll be all right.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was Chip South down there with Coach Ken Sears getting ready for the game.
That guy's all over the field.
He is.
That Chip South, he is all over.
Yeah. That's our producer, sideline reporter. If you have hours to give, we have availability for volunteers over here at the Wolfpack Broadcast Network.
He's gonna have to sprint back up here to operate this thing.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for the AVALA pregame show. Mike Arnold and Barry Strickland in the booth, WPBN. We're going to take a break. Remember, if you want to watch the pay-per-view game live, starting in about 20 minutes, it starts at 7 o'clock. You can go to www.wpbn.live. That's www.wpbn.live. And we'll be back in about probably 10 minutes. So I want to thank AVALA for being our pregame sponsor. And we're about to get started we're getting ready for kickoff here, Barry.
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised about what we're going to bring to you tonight. So y'all check us out and log on.
All right. Well, thanks, Barry. And we're going to go ahead and cut it out. We'll see y'all in just